Good morning, students. Let me introduce myself. I'm Seema G. Bhatt. I'm a faculty for Organization Behavior for the class of BBA third semester. This is for the online classes we are conducting sessions for you students to get enriched with the course and the study material. It is difficult at this time for you people to prepare, but still we are trying to put in our effort so that you can get the basics knowledge of theory part at least at home. Let me start up with the organization behavior introduction. This consists of the content, introduction, meaning definition, nature, key elements, historical development, fundamental concepts, relevance and importance of OB in modern business organizations, emerging issues and challenges for OB, personality, meaning, definition, determinants of personality, personality traits influencing OB, theories of personality, intra-psychic theory of the Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung's introvert-extrovert theory, and Sheldon's physiognomy theory and the Carl Rogers self theory. Let us start with the first topic of this particular subject, organization behavior. What is organization behavior? Organizations are the social systems. Organization is a combination of humanity and technology. Organization behavior is the study and application of the knowledge about how people act within the organizations. It is a human tool for human benefit. So basically we can understand from these fundamentals of organization behavior as it consists of humans, social system. It's a combination of humanity and technology. That means we are the technocrats who are being handled in or under the subject of organizational behavior. Third is OB is a study and application of the knowledge. What is it all about? Application of how people act within the organizations in different ways at different hierarchies, from the shop floor worker to the middle level to the top level managements. It's a human tool for human benefit. We should not forget that any fundamental which exists there or humans who work finally ends up asking for the human benefits. So organization is a bundle of all these basics of OB. What is the meaning of organization behavior? Organization behavior is a field of study that investigates the impact that individuals, groups, and the structure have on behavior within the organization for the purpose of applying such knowledge towards improving an organization's effectiveness. So in short, we can understand OB helps in enhancing the individuals working as a technocrats in organizations, groups, team building, leadership, and various other aspects of group mechanism, and also the structure, the hierarchy, and the management of the hierarchy by multiple levels of managers at different workstations. All of these technocrats are built up with the knowledge towards improving the organization's effectiveness. Thus, a complex set of forces affecting the nature of organization in the contemporary context. It can be classified into four areas. These are people, structure, technology, and environment. Talking about people and structure, we can understand that structure consists of infrastructure plus the inbound and the outbound structures of an organization, which again by and large consist of the people working there at different hierarchies. Again, we have the technology which is inbuilt of the OB, and the environment which is very important, or the ambience of the work or the work environment. So all these consist of the basic terminology of organization behavior. Now, what are the various definitions of organization behavior? The two famous definitions of organization behavior, which I am going to give you, one of these definitions you have to mention when you're writing, test, or any such kind of the papers, because it's very important to understand from the point of view of the two most intelligent or highly efficient philosophers of sociology and organization studies. K. Ashwathappa. He defined organization behavior as a study of human behavior in organizational settings, of the interface between the human behavior and the organization and of the organization itself. The second one was L.M. Prasad, who defined organization behavior. It can be as a study of application, knowledge of human behavior related to other elements of an organization such as structure, technology, and the social systems. Thinking about the first definition given by Ashwatthappa, organization behavior is basically inbuilt study of human behaviors. Now, human behavior consists of various kind of the behaviors or the natures in organizational setting. Now, these are interfaced by various outcomes as a result affecting the organization positively or negatively. So Ashwatthappa focused basically why an individual as an employee is satisfied or unsatisfied under various circumstances working in any organization for a duration or a given period of time. So it's an analyzed study of this plus organization itself. Next we have got L.M. Prasad, who defined organization behavior as the study and application of the knowledge about the human behavior related to the other elements of an organization such as structure, technology, and social system. Now, whatever knowledge we are talking about here on point of view of Mr. Prasad is related to the three elements. He says the structure, technology, and the social system. This is the inbuilt or the base of any organization behavior of individuals. What about the nature of organization behavior? The first nature of organization behavior, it's a field of study and not a discipline. Now we can understand that organization behavior is a subject, it's a study. It cannot be defined as a science, arts, or a particular definition as a discipline. That means it's an interdisciplinary subject. OB has a interdisciplinary orientation and is thus not based on one specific theoretical background as science or art. It's interdisciplinary in its approach. Sometimes it takes up the aspects which are covered in the science, and sometimes it takes up the aspects which are covered in art. So it's an interdisciplinary approach. Second nature of OB is an applied science. It involves both the applied research and its applications in organizational analysis. Now, applied science are the one which consist of the practical usage of the theoretical concepts in organization for analysis of betterment of humans. Third is the normative and the value-centered. How the findings of applied researchers can be applied to socially accepted organizational goals. Now this consists of the normative and the value-centered theories, which includes the socially accepted norms and how these goals are made as an objective for an organization. Then we have got humanistic and optimistic. This includes the people working in the organization. As you can understand, humans are there with a lot of optimistic point of view, but there will be some negativity as well when you work in an organization as being pessimist. So how to get over the pessimism in the organizations of the individuals with the humanistic and the optimistic approach. Next is oriented towards organizational objective. OB is oriented or multifaceted by organizational objectives. The basic motive, goal, or you can say the objectives of organization behavior is towards building of an organization objective. Where do we see ourselves or the organizations? So it's the development and growth of not only the individuals but the organization together. Sixth is a total system approach. It integrates all the variables affecting organizational functioning. The systems approach has been developed by the behavioral scientist to analyze the human behavior in view of his or her socio-psychological framework. So there are multifaceted concepts which can be included here as a society with a psychological bent of mind as an employees, and all working together to analyze the nature of human behaviors and to make it more positive with the help of integrating various levels of employees from the lower to the higher to the middle level with the help of the flexible and fixed variables, limiting the organization discipline and functioning. Let's move to the evolution of organization behavior. To start up, it's a Robert Owen in 1800 century, defined and focused OB from point of view of young factory owner. First to emphasize the human needs of employees and refused to employ children, taught workers to improve working conditions, and he is also known as the father of personal management. So the focus of Robert Owen was basically on the human needs and more of the employees who work in organization, and also he stressed on not employing children in the organization, and he understood organization behavior in this way, and thus he came up as a father of personal management. Later in 1935, Andrew Urey came up with his definition of the philosophy of manufacturers. This came up in 1835, and Andrew emphasized on the value of human factor in manufacturing, provided welfare facilities to workers. So what kind of the benefits can be given to the worker was a stress point of Andrew Urey. J.N. Tata in 1886 instituted a pension fund, and in 1895 began to pay accident compensation. So the two important developments by Andrew Urey were in 1886, which could be seen as a pension given to the employees and the pay for accident benefits. Next in 1914 came out the Psychology of Management, William Gilbreth. He emphasized on the psychology or the thinking or the differences of the point of views of the people and how do we manage them. So he studied totally based on OB in relation to psychology, mindset of the people working together in organization. So the diversity but unity in diversity, in short. Then came F.W. Taylor. In 1916, he was named as the father of scientific management. He studied the time and motion study and a piece rate method. Basically, the time and motion study, how much should be the workload for the individuals working in different type of organization, from the factories to the industries, to the organization, to the educational institutes, to the corporates, and again a piece rate system of payment method, how the money should be paid in form of the salary. It's hourly based, it's a day wise, it's a month wise, it's a yearly. So all these things were very important and focused completely, and a lot of theories were developed by F.W. Taylor in 1916. Then came the Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol in 1916 defined the administrative management. It's a principle of governing behavior, management quality. So basically a Henry Fayol focused on administrative point of view. So OB can be consisting of various steps wherein the management becomes easy for the upper to the middle to the lower level. When there are lot many areas, lot many departments, how best OB helps in managing organization and the employees at various hierarchies and levels. Then came the Alton Mayo in 1920 and 30, who defined human behavior at Harvard University, Hawthorne's experiment and the plant. See, all these concepts which I am telling you will be discussing in detail in the coming up modules, in the coming up sessions from tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow as we go on. Abraham H. Maslow in 1954 defined the need hierarchy motivational model, which defined that what are the basic needs of a human, from the physiological to safety to security and to many other needs. Then he comes up ending with lot of expectations, lot of needs. So the 5-level model was created by Maslow in his need hierarchy model. Okay, from the basics to the highest esteem or self-actualization. So next came the Douglas MacGregor in 1916, who emphasized on theory X and theory Y. So what is the difference between the theory X type of the worker, theory Y type of the workers, and what is the role of the OB in terms of managerial style of this X and Y workers or employees in organizations. Then came the Henry Mintzberg in 1960, managerial roles, interpersonal, informational and decision making. So 3 important focus was given by Henry Mintzberg in 1960. He says the manager plays the role of interpersonal relationship building, information giving and decision making, and then it relates to OB. Then came the Peter Drucker. In 1909 to 2005, he defined the father of, he is also known as the father of modern management. He defined the importance of change, the change management, its challenge to any organization and employees, how to bring best out of people. innovate new things. You cannot be stale or old for a long period of time. So, and how do you accept the changes? How do you react to the changes? And how under OB it helps the managers to manage the change. Then came the entrepreneurship also as a new role of the employees and the employer. Last topic we'll discuss about major contributing disciplines to the field of organization behavior. The first one is the psychology, how individuals behave in response to your stimulus, that is action reaction. We'll discuss about sociology, how individuals relate to groups and to each other. We'll discuss about social psychology, how individuals and organizations perceive conflict, threat, and undergo stress and stress management, use stress management. Okay. Then we have anthropology, understanding customs, traditions, social people, since the organization is a microcosm of the large society. We have got political science, understanding power, authority in the corporate politics, and we have also economics, appreciating monetary wage and bonus system, non-monetary incentives, housing, schooling, medical care to the employees so that they are motivated to produce more effectively and efficiently. And we'll be ending the chapter today here itself, and the next chapter will be continued in the next session tomorrow. Thank you so much, and please do read and go through the slides. You can download the slides and read it again and again so that you can understand the concept. If any doubts, let's see and meet up. When the classes will start, we'll clear up the doubts. Thank you for your patient listening and watching the session. Have a nice day. Thank you.